Happy New Year, LionBolt Kingdom. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah. 2023 was filled with many ups and downs for both me and the creative world in general. I thought now would be a great opportunity to go through some of those important developments, as well as what I hope to accomplish in 2024. Welcome to the New Year's special. For those who are new here, I'm LionBolt, artist, animator, and author of the YA urban fantasy and mystery novel series Detective King. You can learn more about that in the description. I think I'll start broad and talk about some big picture things that changed in 2023 that might affect animation, art, and storytelling going forward, and then I'll delve into how the year went for me and what I'm aiming for and looking forward to in the new year. Number 1, indie animation. This year saw a lot of independent animation projects find a lot of success, which is exciting. It means more projects can get created and be successful without having to go through the big studios. It reminds me of how the publishing industry has become more hospitable to self-publishing, or how indie games have found success in recent years as well. The big one, of course, is the amazing Digital Circus from Glitch Studios, which as of this video has over 200 million views on YouTube. My favorite of the year, however, is Lackadaisy, which crowdfunded about $2 million for a full season. I'm excited to see these and other indie projects grow and find success while allowing their creators full control and compensation. Number 2, the strikes. There were some pretty big strikes in the showbiz world, namely the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, the result of which are going to have an important impact on the industry going forward. I'm more familiar with the WGA deal, and the big thing that stuck out to me from the Writers Guild deal was that writers will earn more for their work when their work performs well. It seems super simple and obvious, but apparently wasn't a thing until now. Let's hope it incentivizes greater quality and variety in the film industry, and I think we can celebrate writers earning better compensation and benefits for their work. Number 3, AI. AI has continued to grow as both a tool and a threat to the creative world. In the past year, I've seen a growing amount of AI art in book covers, illustrations, etc. I believe AI art is unethical as it isn't human-made and learns from the work of actual artists without credit or compensation. We can do so much better. In particular, there was a court dust-up earlier in the year over whether AI art can be copyrighted, with the courts so far ruling that no, they cannot. There have also been programs released that can protect artwork from being drawn from, which is another encouraging sign. There have been other less encouraging signs, however. For instance, I've seen people, even friends, becoming more and more reliant on things like ChatGPT, with some people doing most of their internet searches and studying through it, which I don't think is healthy, and I think we should all be cautious about how much we rely on technology like this. Number 4, cons being less profitable. As I talked about in a previous video, the con season didn't go great. Based upon my experiences and what I've heard from other artists, it was part of a general trend this year that has made conventions less profitable for artists and vendors. I hope the trend will go in the other direction next year, but there are underlying issues I feel are affecting the con scene that will have to be sorted out for that to happen. I'll link my con season recap video in the description. For me specifically, this year was frustrating. I'm proud of publishing Detective King Book 2 in March, and I tried my hand at freelance work, earning my first $1,000 through writing, which some people see as an important benchmark. Detective King Book 1 got more ratings and reviews, and hit number 1 in its Amazon categories twice this year during its free promotions. I believe that was in March and in July. But as I talked about in my previous videos, there were quite a few setbacks. Like I mentioned, my convention season didn't go very well, owing both to a general drop in profitability at cons and my own lack of salesmanship skills. The result was a lot of expensive and time-consuming travel with little reward. In terms of my freelance work, it was great getting paid for my writing, but I didn't enjoy many of the projects I worked on, and it was a ton of work with little payment. That, coupled with the grueling con schedule, left me to spend most of the second half of the year feeling very burnt out and unsure of what to do next. So 2023 was a year of stress, anxiety, and burnout for me, though I'm still grateful for the support I got over the year, and the fun memories and cool places I got to visit despite everything. Top highlights of the year: the Sonic Symphony concert in October was awesome. The annual movie marathon I do with my friends in December. My panel at TechO. It's my first time doing one, and I really stepped out of my comfort zone, but I'm glad I did it. Seeing pandas in DC and getting to explore that part of the country. My brother graduating in May. Detective King Book 1's 5-star review from Reader's Favorite in March, which I think is a great boost to the series. For 2024, I have a few goals. Making plans from here is always risky because things tend to get in the way, or at least they did this year. But my aspirations will be to publish Detective King Book 3, finishing the trilogy, which I hope to do in the first half of the year or so. I also want to start a new series this year and look into traditional publishing, but I have no info to share toward that just yet. Next, I want to work on my art portfolio, do more artwork, and actually use my degree towards something. And finally, I want to get better at keeping to a consistent posting schedule here. The monetization threshold on YouTube is now 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. If I can hit that by the end of the year, it'd be a tenfold increase in my viewership, but with a more consistent schedule, I'm hopeful that'll be possible. Let's see how it all goes. Thank you for sticking with me this year. Your support means the world to me, and I hope to meet a ton more friends in the new year. See you soon!